It's not Man Without Fear.
That's the subtitle. The subtitle is Man Without Fear. It's Daredevil Man Without Fear. But it's always been that since the 60s, by the way. That was like his kind of thing.
Was he scared in the 50s?
Yeah, are you thinking of the story arc, Shabby?
No.
I was.
I don't know.
You suck at this. We're doing an intro. Shut up.
Shut up.
Hey
Let's
everybody,
do
how
an
you doing?
intro.
It's us. It's the Comic Boys. Is that gotta be our name?
And I'm
forever?
better at intros. Okay, shut up.
Oh
Fuck
my
you.
God.
Fuck you. And today we're doing Daredevil issue 180. Oh my, 181. 181. You suck. Fuck you. We're doing Daredevil 181 today. And what this represents is kind of like, for me anyway, is the height point of when Frank Miller took over. He changed a bunch of things, and then this is just like a beautiful issue, and everything around this time is just freaking great. But this is like the pinnacle of Frank Miller Daredevil for me.
What year was this released, Booster?
1982. This one.
It's impressive.
I mean, we did read the Superman comic. That was around later, and we
85.
hated that.
Yeah, you just hated that, right? You guys,
Yeah.
for me, it was like, it was just like a 17 out of 10, but whatever. These guys hated it, so we skipped it. Because we're promoting good comics here, not piece of shit Superman ones.
If people are wondering what that was, it was the Superman for the Man Who Has Everything. I thought it was kind of crap.
But you guys had to be dicks about it.
6 out of 10. I liked it.
No,
you
don't like it
I would have given it a 5.
So back to the intro. This is Daredevil Without Fear, and also Superman for the Man Who Has Everything.
This sucks.
Welcome. Hello, everyone.
This sucks so far. I want to start again.
No, keep it in.
I can't believe we're just gaslighting Booster like this.
Oh my god. Stop bullying me, you cunts.
So, Booster, what was the story about?
Yeah, I have the story now. Since I introduced it to this one, this was my pick, but these guys hate every fucking comic I pick. These fucking dicks. So, it's called Daredevil 181, but I would actually say this is more of a Bullseye story than as a Daredevil one, right? We start off with his perspective. He's all angry, embarrassed, and in jail because Daredevil has recently saved his life from, being hit by a fucking train and getting his ass murdered. And he's just rotting in prison, just being a grumpy little bastard. And then the Punisher just kind of goads him as being like, oh, by the way, you've been replaced by Kingpin because Kingpin reckons he's shit and in jail and miserable. So he's got someone called Elektra, bye-bye. And Bullseye's like, oh, I'll show you, Punisher. So he manages to escape out of prison. And then he goes and hunts down Elektra. And this is actually a very iconic moment in comics where Bullseye did the stabbing of Elektra in this comic.
A very iconic scene that was replicated perfectly by the movie.
Perfectly. Not even a hint of irony in that. Nah, it's just incredible. Oh, fuck that movie. And then, of course, Bullseye then goes off to kill Daredevil, and hijinks ensue, and he loses Daredevil. That's about it. It's not actually a very complex story, but it's about 40 pages worth of that, and Frank Miller's narration and everything, and some awesome shots, and yeah. What did you guys like?
Well, I actually liked that it was from the point of view of the villain. Mm-hmm. That was fun.
That was a fun little perspective change.
For sure. And he figured out the secret identity.
Mm-hmm. Kind of pieced it together in his insane mind. Yeah.
Well, did he though? Because by the end, he was like, maybe not.
Yeah,
he had the problem of overthinking it too much, He got there, and then he was like, well, what if it was a ruse all from the start?
What if I'm a dummy?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. My last name's
Bullseye's a nerd. Yeah, Bullseye's a freaking nerd.
I mean, his last name literally is Poindexter.
Is it?
That's true.
Benjamin Poindexter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I will say I liked his life in prison at the start. I thought it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I also enjoyed his fight with Elektra. I thought the fight with Elektra was better than the fight with Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
I thought for the time as well, the art is fantastic.
That's great.
I
What a time, I'll tell you,
I thought it
I
was fun. I thought it was funny where there was like a text box that says "criminy."
Criminal. I'll tell you what, with a colouring update, it would look just about as good as anything from today's stand. Especially from what Frank Miller draws today. Fucking hell.
Dude, I gotta tell you, I freaking love that Elektra's like way of killing people is just pretend to be a cab driver and then shanking them.
That was a
She doesn't even bother dressing up like a cabbie though.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
little
she was
that was a little silly to be honest. She is just like in
Wait.
full red electric gear and everything, and Foggy just hops in like, "Hey, I haven't seen a
That's
lady
normal.
cab driver before." That was a bit silly.
Yeah.
But like then,
Oh gee, you're driving awfully fast there. Oh my.
it was hilarious.
That was a
Like,
great
but then
moment.
she's just like, "I'm going to kill you."
He's
And he's like, okay, I guess. Oh gee.
"Oh jeez, oh." He felt mercy to poor little Foggy because he mentioned old Maddie, and she was like, "Ah, damn it."
I
outta
can't
here.
kill my lover's friend.
Yeah, that'll really tick him off. That would really make
that would
Maddie
probably
sour.
that might ruin our relationship.
Daredevil has some like legit soap opera dynamics, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. I guess one of my favorite parts though within him killing Elektra is where they're kind of fighting on a wire,
Yeah.
and you know, Bullseye's like, "You're not gonna kill me," and he's like, "You're not gonna kill anyone anymore," and just lets go of him and just basically
Yeah, fuck him.
fucks him up.
Daredevil was pissed at that moment. Absolutely, and it also shows Daredevil's regret for having saved him in the first place from that train. And I absolutely
Yeah.
love the idea that Bullseye is just ashamed of being saved by him. Not thankful at all. He's just absolutely pissed about the idea of him being saved by this guy he
That's
fucking
awesome.
hates.
So I guess he appreciates having a broken neck and like a lot of broken bones better.
Yeah, Daredevil, well, Bullseye rather. Bullseye's a bit of a prick, but I love him. He's one of my favorite villains. He's absolutely insane. He's definitely
Yeah.
Daredevil's Joker character.
That's the weird thing, because like Daredevil has two really good villains in Kingpin and Bullseye.
Yeah.
It's probably why they're so, I would say, overly used for Daredevil.
Daredevil's got a pretty
'Cause
good.
they're just so great. It's like using Green Goblin for Spider-Man. Like it's just, it's like an iconic matchup.
Bullseye's got a pretty decent rogues gallery, but again, he borrows a lot from Spider-Man. Like Wilson
Oh yeah,
Fisk
even
was originally a Spider-Man.
Kingpin is he
originally
appeared as
Spider-Man
Spider-Man first.
In fact, I think Bullseye's probably one of his only good villains. I really like him though. Bullseye is similar to Joker in that he's highly obsessive with the hero character in his stories, right? But Joker, you kind of get a feeling that he couldn't live without Batman. Bullseye fucking hates Daredevil. There's issues later where he just pictures everyone on the street as Daredevil and is tempted to kill all of them. He's completely insane.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
So he recovered quite fast then.
I'm not sure after this
I don't
issue.
think he appeared for a while.
Yeah.
After that.
I think he was. I think it was out for a wee while. That's something I need to look into real quick. You guys.
I mean, if we're talking about the Joker as well, there was an era in the comics where the Joker didn't appear for like 10, 15 years, something like that.
Damn, that's awesome.
Because the
now he's
thing about
everywhere.
yeah, that's the problem with Joker though. Like, he's just used all the time now. You kind of get sick of the sight of him.
Yeah,
You know,
he's very
where's
unfortunate.
Mr. Freeze and Scarecrow and Riddler and stuff like that?
Batman has one of
Like-
the best rogue galleries, but we always see bloody Joker, and I love Joker. But yeah.
Same.
he's
I've got a
way
tattoo
too
of the
much.
Joker.
Yeah.
But
What a nerd, am I right? Oh, got him.
I think Daredevil. I think their handling of Bullseye is a bit better, even though he does appear quite often. I would say it's kind of like they kind of take a break from Bullseye every now and then. with the Joker, it's a constant. I can't get enough of that guy.
Mhm.
I mean,
That's my opinion, though. And I think reading, because I'm not a big Daredevil person, and reading, this era of Daredevil, I can assume that Frank Miller's run's probably the best Daredevil run.
Oh, it's up there, but he's definitely the guy who pioneered Daredevil in a much better, much more readable, right? Like you gotta appreciate Stan Lee and everything he's
Yeah.
done for comics, and also for creating Daredevil
Well,
in the first place. But
Stan
Frank
Lee
Miller,
set the stage.
yeah, he sets the stage. But Frank Miller has created the Daredevil that we know. Everything about Daredevil today is because of Frank Miller. And then Andersinti picked up like a very impossible task of following up Frank Miller, because Frank Miller left Daredevil with his secret identity revealed to all the villains. He's given up being a superhero and is working at like a homeless shelter, a soup kitchen essentially. Is jobless, his home was blown up, and Andersinti picked it up and did a great run right afterwards. So she deserves quite a bit of credit for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Was it Mark Wade's run that you didn't enjoy, Booster?
Yeah. For some reason, he just decided he was gonna go back to Silver Age camp out of nowhere after Ed Brubaker's freaking fantastic run. So, yeah. Blech.
What did we not enjoy about the book, by the way?
I think sometimes the coloring can really date the book a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Here it was really obvious.
These
But
boys
I can't
are
really
used to
fault-
older comics.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't really fault it for the time it came out, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Was it? I really liked the pacing of it.
Yeah.
That was something.
It being a
I
double-page book is definitely it really
Yeah.
helps it in its favor.
and it really flows. I never did I felt like something dragged with the dialogue, or there was too much action and it was just flip after flip after flip.
Which is funny for
of
Frank
pages,
Miller
right?
because he can blabber on, that fucking guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've read some Frank Miller books.
But this
Does
is
this mean
prime
that
Frank Miller.
Yeah. So does this mean Frank Miller thinks that Bullseye is a dumbass who doesn't really talk much or think much? Like for him,
I don't know.
I wouldn't say so. For me, I wouldn't really say there's many faults in the book, like
Yeah.
other than some of the language being dated and stuff like that. But
Criminy.
if you
You have the big, surprise of Elektra being murdered. That's definitely a big twist. You
I
wouldn't
do
expect
think
that.
this is probably, structurally and storytelling wise, is probably one of the best Marvel comics I've read.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would enjoy this more if I wouldn't have the
Yeah.
death of Elektra spoiled, like minutes
We-
before I
we-
read it.
Minutes.
You knew that Elektra was gonna die.
You knew, especially on the cover, is that one of them was going to die, and everyone knows Elektra has died before.
Well,
And we all knew
well-
that Bullseye killed it, and we all know the iconic picture.
Well, I didn't remember it in real life.
I'm sorry for
So what you
spoiling
think
the
about-
40-year-old comic for you, bro.
Jeez, it is 40.
Fine.
It is 40 years, to be fair.
Just about, yeah.
Is that bad? That like 1982 was like 39 years ago.
Yep.
Oh.
I hope there's no listeners out there feeling very old right now.
I feel like if I loved Daredevil more, this book would be like hands down one of the greatest issues.
I'll get you to read more Daredevil. I'll get it out of you.
I've been reading the Chip Zdarsky one, and I think that's been pretty good.
That's been a fantastic run. I actually think it's one of Marvel's better things
Yeah.
out right now, and I recommend you all read it now.
So
You guys
what's
wanna put your
our
rating?
rating? Yeah.
What's
go.
our rating? Okay, 3, 2, 1, 11 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
I'm gonna go with a 9.5.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Generous
for
day.
me, I guess it was just because it was dated for me. So that took a couple of points away from me,
Well,
honestly.
Fair enough, yeah.
I was thinking about at the time how it would have been.
Right. I
Um,
suppose if I took a step back, it would have a higher rating for sure.
and I feel like I said, if I was a huge if I was a huge Daredevil fan, you know, I think I would have loved it a lot more.
You know. Oh yeah. It was a little campy at times. It was a weird mix of dark and campy.
You're gonna get that out of 80s comics.
Oh, for sure. That's what
Oh,
I'm saying.
yeah.
That probably my biggest, beef with the book is that it's kind of, dated.
Mhm.
But that's I liked it
I kind
a
of love
lot.
it. I would usually say,
For sure.
well, that's not a fair criticism, but that's how I feel about 60s comics. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, 60s and 70s are incredibly dated.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of lame. There's gonna be some old comic fans like, no, Silver Age was the pinnacle of comics.
No,
Sorry.
What age we are in now, by the way? What's it called?
the
The
dead
shit
age.
age.
I think some of the best comic books are coming out nowadays, but okay.
Oh, I totally agree. But you know,
We're not allowed to
we're
say that. Comics
we're
have
trying
died.
to be haters.
Comics are, that's true, comics are dying. Terrible. And that's it, that's the review.
That's a review.
See ya!
Okay, bye. I love you. You silly little bugger.
Bye.